Hello, what is up guys? In our previous video, we made a new project, we saved our scene, and we imported a character, which we can walk, jump, and we can look around. So, in this tutorial, first of all, we will be importing more materials, and we will get rid of this crappy platform that we walk on. So if we wouldn't have the platform, we would just fall through the ground, but we have it so we can walk on it. Now, before we even start with this tutorial, make sure you realize that in our inspector, this box has a box collider, which means that we can collide with it. If it didn't have a box collider, we'll just fall right through it. Wait. Alright. If I were to disable this, we'll fall right through it. You can see there, fall right through it. But it's enabled. The mesh renderer just renders it. If this wasn't on, it wouldn't. We would collide with it, but it wouldn't be rendered. This just means that it's not there at all. It's not rendered, or you can't collide with it at all. This is just active or not active. Ignore this. Well, that's pretty much it. So now what you want to do is you want to go over to your browser and you want to start searching for materials or textures. So you want to go ahead and get a grass seamless texture, and when you find one that you like, just drag it to your desktop or save it somewhere and just drag it to your materials folder you should have created last video. Get one for dirt, get one for a wall, but since I already have these, I'm going to import them from my own folder that I already have. And alright, so I imported some basic textures from my own folders. You want to find some grass, sand, dirt, a few walls, a few brick textures. Just get many wall textures. Make sure you get a wooden planks one, because that's actually one of the most used textures next to grass and any wall texture. And yeah, once you have all that, you should have at least more than 5 textures. You want to delete your cube, so we're gonna select it, or in our hierarchy, and right click and then select delete. And now we want to go up here and click on game object, 3D object, terrain, and wow, that's pretty big. Alright, so if this were to happen to you, just select your first person controller and drag it over the terrain so it doesn't spawn in the middle of it. We just want to select it there. And this is a terrain. It's pretty big. You can adjust the size to it. So select it and click on here and the settings, and over way down here to resolution, you can basically just adjust it from there. If I were to set this to 100, it will be much smaller, but I'm gonna use 500 to 500 now. I'm gonna use 500 to 500 in this project. God damn it. There we go. Now most of you want to create I would say I missed something. Most of you would like to create basically a thing in the woods, or a forest or something like that, which I will help you out with this, but it's not what I'm heading for right now. I was actually thinking to go a bit different. Instead of creating what everyone creates, which was in the woods, make it something like an amusement park, an abandoned amusement park. Because almost everyone does it in the woods, so why not do something a bit different? Once you've imported those textures, Again, if you want to make it into woods, it's no big deal. But yeah, just select your terrain and go to the paintbrush, and then click on edit textures, add texture. And now over here, drag in your grass texture if you want to make like a woods one, and then set this to 5, which is, well, this grass texture. And as you can see here, let's grab our first controller and focus on it, and now when we press play, we got grass. We're walking on grass. Very cool, I would say, right? I don't want grass because well, I want something like cement, but you can use grass if you want like a forest. Yeah, you can just select grass if you want something like the woods or a park or whatever. But since I want something like cement on the ground, I guess using something like some cement thing or some tiles would be much better. 5. Now when I started, I'm walking on this weird texture, which is not at all what I was planning. But yeah, I'll make it better later. Hold on. Alright, there we go. I changed it a bit. It's much better. It's much better cement. One thing that's really currently bothering me right now is that when we play our game, we can see our mouse cursor, and I do not like that. So we're going to create a simple script to hide our mouse cursor. We're going to go to Assets and go to Scripts and right click and then create new script, JavaScript, and we're going to call it no cursor. And then we're going to create go on game object, create empty, and we're going to call this one we're going to call this game object control center. This is just gonna hold our score and well, other functions within the game. So just double click the script to open it up in mono develop. It should be downloaded when you download Unity, and just open it up. Wait for it to open up. Alright, there we go. And it should look like this. So here we're calling the function start, and if you guys never programmed before, you guys don't have to understand this now, but you will eventually. So the function update is for each frame. It's gonna update each frame, and the function start is, well, for it to start the game. So we want to delete the function update because we want no cursor since the beginning. So once you delete it, go over here and press tab, and then press enter, and then we're gonna do cursor. We're gonna type in cursor dot visible is equal to false. Here we're telling the computer that is the cursor gonna be visible, true or false? False. Then we're gonna press Control S or file save, and make sure you drag the script to control center. And when we press play, select on the screen, and we have no cursor. Only when we go out. That's it for this video, guys. Come on, it was one line of code. You guys don't. It was so simple. That was it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure you subscribe for more simple tutorials. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.